Cool.
Let's see. Let me know if you can see everything.
I'm good.
All right. Can you see me and the screen or just the screen?
Nah, I see you and the screen.
Okay, cool. All right, brother. Well, let's get going. Welcome to the team. I'm using Daniel and Vanessa's Fast Start just because it was easy for me to get my hands onto it. So,
All right.
have you downloaded this Call to Succeed app on your phone yet?
I have.
Okay. Did you put your phone number in there and hit submit?
I did.
Okay, cool. And then as far as your concierge service, have you called and activated that yet?
I haven't called, but I've got the number in my phone, so
Okay.
I'll do that today.
I don't know if you have this number or if you have this other number. Let me make sure.
Let me tell you exactly which one I got. I've got 855-896-2815. Yeah.
281. All right. Put this one in your phone too. It's been updated.
Okay.
I think the other one just goes to voicemail, but this one just came out. So and this is all the different countries number. You can actually find this under your Dream Trip sites under perks. But for the U.S., it's 469-249-1479. I don't know if you can see it or not. It might be kind of blurry. It's kind of blurry to me.
I got you. So I need to put that one in the phone instead of the 855.
Yeah, I don't think that other one's any good anymore. But you can put this one listed under Dream Trips Concierge as new.
Okay.
And, they'll be able to get you rocking and rolling.
And I actually need to call them to activate that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then here's the app. I'm not sure if you've downloaded it or not. I'm sure you have.
I haven't. I've done the, let's see which one. I didn't do the Dream Trips. I got the My Deals app.
Okay.
I was just kind of going straight off the checklist, and I don't think the checklist had the My Dream Trip app, but I'll download it.
Okay. Yeah, this is right here is going to be one of your main tools that you're going to be using in the future.
Okay.
It's not available to the public yet, but eventually it will be. And this is where you can, share videos. You can share testimonials. You can actually have people look at the different bucket list items that we have and create their own. And if enough people have that same bucket list item in that area, they'll coordinate a dream trip around it. So get notification that trip has been put together. So we're really changing the way people are buying based on what they want,
Right.
So if 20 people in Nashville want to go skydiving because it's on their bucket list, they look at the area and say, well, shoot, that's enough to do a dream trip. Let's go ahead and put one together.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And they're going to do that with restaurants and all that stuff as well. And eventually you'll be able to share this Dream Trips app with people. So you sit down with them for coffee or you show them the deal and they don't join. So, hey, cool, do this. Download this app for me. And it doesn't cost them anything, but they'll actually earn money by downloading it, and you'll earn money for them downloading it as well.
Okay.
So they want to get this out to the masses, to people. So they'll have it on their. It's almost like a Yelp or a TripAdvisor, and we'll have a social media platform to it as well, Daryl. And what's cool is you're going to be able to see, how many people are on the trip and then who's on the trip. So we're going to have our own little community within our social media platform. So if there's somebody that you met that you think sharp, or maybe one of the leaders, they might be on that trip. You're like, shoot, I've been wanting to get on a trip with Wes Melcher and pick his brain or whoever.
Right.
truck, and then you're on that truck with whoever's on it. So it's kind of cool.
Nice.
So Dream Trips, something that you can literally book a trip, book flights, hotels, everything right from the palm of your hand. You don't even need to go to a website anymore. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
So here's the My Deals. You got that already, right?
Right.
And then you got the, you put the code and all that stuff in. Is it working there in your area?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What's something else that's cool is, you know, a lot of small towns will say, well, the only thing we don't have any chains, or, you know, we don't have much stuff in our area that's on the Dream Trips app, you know. And
Right.
that's a good thing, where you can actually go and kind of help co-create the company. Like I had a guy here, Doug Jones, the guy who is one of the owners of the Music City Dream Cars, where we're going to do the racing stuff.
Right.
He put his business up on our website, so people coming in from California, New York, or whatever, they automatically know that he's part of WorldVentures, or he at least knows somebody, and he's under the exclusive deal. So you can literally go to a mom and pop restaurant and say, hey, look, you know, how would you like more customers? Doesn't cost you anything to advertise, but we have millions of members. All you have to do is give us a discount. It's almost like a inside referral thing. And they're like, heck yeah, I'll do it, you know? So literally you can walk them through it. One, it's a way for you to share the idea with them. But two, also, well, great, well, just put your restaurant or your service or whatever it is that they do on our website, so me and you and other members can take advantage of bringing them business that they would have never gotten before.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's on your Dream Trip site. It hasn't populated to the My Deals yet. They're kind of two different entities right now, but maybe they're going to eventually merge it all together. So, and this is obviously your you know, you can literally send this to people and they can watch 1, 2, and 3, and then hit the top right, just hit, you know, sign up. So something cool there.
Nice.
There's also a marketplace. I don't know if you've tinkered around with that or not yet, but you can buy beach towels and all types of little gadgets and stuff on that marketplace, and that actually counts towards your volume. So, for example, there's a lady who's like $57 away from hitting her BMW. Literally, somebody in her, she can't personally go in and do it because it doesn't count for whatever reason.
Right.
When you do it, but you can get somebody in your household or somebody in your downline to buy some beach towels that were worth $60.
Right.
So spend $60 to hit the 3,000 threshold for that tier 1. And you're going to get $100 that month. So it's a way, literally, you can almost buy what you need if you don't have enough volume in your account to get you over that tier 1 or tier 2 rank.
Right.
For your car bonus, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, eventually they're going to have more and more stuff, and I think eventually we're going to go into the whole volume total. Right now, they just have it set up as a car bonus program or a lifestyle bonus. But I think eventually everything that we do is going to be generated by volume, not 3 left, 3 right. They still might have that, but eventually, you know, if you have 20 members on your left that's producing this much volume, and you got 10 members on your left that's pushing this much volume, they're going to put it all together as, you know, Daryl's got this much volume coming through his organization. We're going to pay him X amount of dollars.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which is what typically is through most network marketing companies. We just hadn't done that because I think you can make more money through this way. I don't know the whole details, but this here is obviously what your back office looks like, another portion of it. You can click the new training tab there, and there's different continents. A lot of that stuff is on your Dream Trips app, or it's on Jefferson's Call to Succeed page. which is really cool. And so play around with those different reports and stuff, and you'll figure out what's what and kind of how it works. I don't know everything going back there.
Yeah.
You know, I just hadn't had a need to really dig into that stuff. I just know, you know, what I'm looking for is always right there. You can actually under reports, and we can even do some live stuff if you want to, but go into reports and see how many people in your downline is going to trainings and all of those things. If they're getting close to the BMW bonus or the lifestyle bonus, you can say, hey man, you're $300 away. If somebody's in grace, Daryl, I usually send them a little message saying, hey, your credit card's probably expired. You don't know it, but you're going to lose everything, all of the money that you put in, and you're going to have to start all over if you go into, if it closes. So get your grace. And some people are very appreciative of it. The company they don't have a way as of yet that just notifies people that they're in grace, you know. People, you know, the company, I guess, thinks, hey, this is your business, you know, get forward. You don't have to worry about the grace.
Right.
All right. And this here is what your booking engine looks like through Dream Trips.
Right.
I'm sure you've already looked through and tinkered around with that.
Yeah.
You know, we have activities in different cities. So literally click right there on activities, cruises, and there's also another one that's the hideaways and stuff like that. Once you sign in, they don't have that available to just any non-member. But those right there are things that you can actually have other people go to your website and book on, and you'll make a commission off of it.
Okay.
So then you want to, you know, obviously book a dream trip. I mean, I know that there was a few that you were eyeing. Right now they have it set up for these welcome trips, 90 days.
Right.
I think they're going to extend that. I don't know to how many days, maybe 120. I don't even think they really need to have a time frame on it, but that's just me. But you know, they want to get people on trips faster, so I'm assuming that's why. They know if you go on a trip, you're gonna be so happy that you went. You're gonna have so much fun. The value is gonna be there. So when you come back, people are gonna see it all over your body language and your expressions of your face, and then you gotta see what this company is about. You know, literally go down to Orlando, the Legoland. I mean, you know that's where everybody goes in Mississippi is you want to go to Disney World. But you literally take 4 days, 3 nights for basically $29 if you're a platinum, but $139 if you're just a gold member. Experience all that in Legoland, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll talk about having, you know, a travel party and kind of what they look like. I know you've been able to do one yet, but we're going to do one next week when I come down. And it's basically, you know, a thing where you can have it at your house or a restaurant and have some chips and salsa and, you know, invite people over. You know, you're working on a new project, or you can make it themed. You know, we're going to have some wine and cheese at the house. We're looking to plan our next vacation, and we want you to come over and take a look at it and see which one you want to go with us on. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to invite people to a travel party, but typically you want to have your first one with your friends and family, even if you've already showed some of your coworkers. And see what a travel party looks like and hear from Toby, you know, for those that have already seen it. So, but travel parties are real simple. It's upbeat music. You know, it's fun. Everybody's relaxed. They know you. They've been to your house before and those type things. I mean, this can be your very close friends or family. Okay. Typically, you want to have that scheduled within 7 to 10 days. So I know we're kind of on the brink of that right now, just the way things landed. But you know, just remember everything I'm telling you right now. You'll be able to train your new people on as well. So when you sign up someone, they need to have a travel party within their first 7 to 10 days, because that's when they're most excited. And, you know, don't give them an option of, you know, well, just let me know when you want to do it. No, it's going to be within 10 days, but you're going to be the leader. You're going to say, hey, I've got next Tuesday or Thursday, and maybe do a Saturday or Sunday. Which of these days works best for you? Kind of give them a couple of choices to choose from. And then they will actually tell you, you know, hey, Tuesdays work cool. Well, who can we go see right now? Because you want to create a sense of urgency. Again, these people have no idea. I mean, I already consider you a leader, so I'm giving you everything, but I'm also thinking Daryl knows what's going on as well. So, so when this new person that's never done network marketing or anything before, they're obviously most excited the day that they join, and say, hey, look, can we show somebody in the morning? You know, because here's what I've known, and you know this as well. If people are not going to make calls with you while you're there, they're probably not going to do it when you're not there. You know, so. And I try to ask people, do you want to make a little bit of money or a lot of money? Do you want to make it fast or slow? And they'll tell me. And based on that, I'll just kind of know, do they really just want to be members, where I'm not bugging them to come to events, or I'm not bugging them to go to training, those type of things. You know, I think it's very important if every single person that joins can come to a training just to see the culture, because a light bulb might go off that can change everything for them. Like, wow, I didn't realize these were so much fun, and I didn't realize that I can learn so much about life and people and those types of things. So that's travel parties. And then here's, you know, something that's very important is being coachable. And man, I've just enjoyed, you know, from day one talking to you and working with you. So thank you for being so coachable and be willing to listen to me, even though you've already got some experience, and you've got experience in that company and the way they did it. But, you know, I can tell you from what I've heard, WorldVentures does things a little bit different than some of the other companies that are out there. You know, so when you're training your new people, just, you know, they have to understand that if they're not coachable, they're not going to really succeed very far, you know? I mean, players go to their coaches because their coaches will push them, and they know that if they listen to their coach will actually get them the results that they ultimately want, you know? It's for somebody to run sprints, you know, and run 20 of them or whatever, and then coach says, all right, do another 20 more, and you're like, are you kidding me? But he knows you can. You know, most of the time people stop short, and they do more harm to themselves than good, and they don't get the results they want. So, and then here's the phone dump that you and I talked about last night. You know, a lot of people will have their phone with them, and they think because they have all their numbers in here that that's good for them. And at the end of the day, you know, if they're not right in front of you, like you can see in this example, you know, probably 10 pages of phone numbers, names and phone numbers. And if you can, write a description out a little bit beside them of who these people are, so you kind of know, all right, this is the last I remember that kid. Or obviously when you're meeting somebody new and they're sharp and they're having a conversation, you can make a note on your phone, but then eventually take that note and phone number from your phone that you've prospected and put it on this list. Okay. So you're always going to have a running list of people to talk to, because, you know, there's more people out there that you don't know than you do know. So literally, when you're able to take every phone number out of your phone and put it on paper, it really becomes real, you know? And it gets you very excited, because you can literally check off these numbers of people that you've called or make notes beside them. It's kind of hard to do that in your phone, and it never fails. People will say, I've already called everybody on my hot market, everybody I know. And they'll say, well, let me see your phone. And they'll get your phone and they'll say, well, did you show Susan? They'll start scrolling through names. No. And what about this person? Oh, yeah, they didn't want to do it. What about this one? No, you told her that. You get my point, right?
Yeah.
So that's phone dumping.
Okay.
You know, you obviously want to, put your first 10 down. And, of course, you don't want to prejudge anybody and try to think, well, who likes to travel, who really needs some money and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then, of course, you don't want to be emotionally attached to any of these numbers or names and who they are. And because, people get knocked out of the game really quick, as you know, from people that tell them, you're crazy, what are you doing, all that stuff. So you don't want to get your feelings hurt because somebody says no,
Right.
I promise you, when you go to a restaurant and they ask you, do you want dessert? And you say, no, give me a box. They're not mad because you didn't order dessert. They just offered it to you. And you have to take the same philosophy. Hey, I'm offering you a wholesale vacation club. Do you want it or not? You like chocolate chip cookies? Great. If not, I'm going to take my chocolate chip cookie to somebody else,
Right.
So again, just detach yourself from the outcome. Some will, some won't. So what? Somebody's waiting.
Right.
And, this right here is a lot of leaders in the company. And, there's pilots, there's business owners, real estate, construction worker, hotel manager, boxer, military people, all walks of life, win big here in WorldVentures. So this was a visual that Wayne Nugent did. He pulled all these different people up on stage with their prior uniforms or work gear on, and it was pretty cool to kind of see how it worked,
Yeah.
So, of course, you want to have a sense of urgency. We're really just flipping cards here. You're looking for really an ace on your left team and an ace on your right. And we know that, out of every deck of cards, there's several aces in there. And, the faster you flip the cards, the faster you're going to find the aces. Going fast is fun and going slow sucks.
That's the truth.
So, even though some people would have fun on that little bitty scooter right there. So yeah, just go fast, man. And fast is, I've seen people just go slow and then they get irritated and they're like, what am I doing? So, and then here, pretty typical, you've been very coachable. Obviously you didn't want to mess up any contacts and any of that stuff. You don't want to try to explain, anything and fire hose people or throw up on them. You literally want them to do the information like it is, and you don't want to tell them anything until you can really tell them everything. Okay. I know just from the couple of calls that we did, we've tried to set up appointments with them, and some of them were able to see it right then, which was kind of cool. But that's not always going to be the case. So they just need to see it. You don't want to explain it like a movie. Just invite for them to see the information. Here it is. It's this idea of the 4-step invite. Daniel and them did a 5-step, but you really just want to be in a hurry. You've only got a second. Call people if you're a caller when you're busy and you want to clear the date. Hey, what are you doing tonight at 7? They say nothing and they're friends of yours. Cool, I'm coming over. Hey, I'm going to pop by tonight at 7. You at home? Yeah. Just get real excited, really cool, man. I got something you got to see. And cool, I'll see you at 7 o'clock tonight. It's me. I'm coming over. Does that make sense?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And if you have any questions, just interrupt me. I don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Or if there's something that you really want me to kind of go over and explain a little bit more in detail, I can do that as well. This here is the 2-step text. And literally you can send out a bucket of text to people, you know, just 10 different people, coffee this week, lunch this week, want to grab a beer, whatever you normally do with people that you're surrounded with, and let them come back. Yeah, let's do Wednesday. Cool. Is 2:00 by the Starbucks good? Or they'll say, yeah, let's do Wednesday at 3:00. Cool. You kind of let them set the appointment at that point as well. So kind of cool to have a bucket, but you could also say, hey, look, what are you doing tomorrow night? And then they'll text you. Cool, I got to pop by. I got something you got to see. Or, hey, let's meet up for a drink. I got something you got to see. These are pretty easy to me. So, and there's really 4 steps of everything that we do, Daryl. We just got to get really good at all of them. Okay. The main one is inviting. If you can get good at inviting and just be a professional inviter and get people to see the information, you'll win. So many people, they worry so much about the presentation and, getting them all going and all that stuff. And none of that stuff matters unless you invite them, and so just be a professional inviter. Once you're a professional inviter and you've kind of got that figured out, you either have the video present, or have someone in your upline present for you. And that can be at a travel party or 2-on-1 or a big shot meeting or whatever. So you want to just present the information to them. And then, of course, you want to enroll them, and then either training like I'm doing with you right now, or get them to a different training that we have, a regional training event, because that training event is going to give them the belief that they can do this, because they're going to see all kinds of people walking across the stage that are just like them. And then these training events are obviously very powerful in themselves because of the culture that's kind of created with the members, so it's pretty cool.
Okay.
And then what happens is when you start doing all these those 4 cycles, you just continue to do them over and over and over again and get really good at them. Right. You're traveling more, which you're having more fun, you're meeting more friends, and you're making more money. And then with that, you travel more, you have more fun, you meet more friends, and then you make money. And so this is the other cycle that people eventually get to see if they stick it out long enough.
Right.
Because literally that's all I do, and that's all I've been doing for the last 5 years, is going on vacation, traveling, having fun, posting pictures on Facebook, meeting new friends, and making money. Go to another training. Even if you just went to our 4 national training events a year, Daryl, that's basically 4 vacations a year that most people would have never gotten. I mean, we're a travel company. I couldn't imagine, if I was selling lotions and potions or another service-based company, to go to another city and then just really talk about that. I mean, we actually go to another city and explore it. And when you have your teammates with you, I mean, literally, you're just there to see another city and have fun, and you're getting wholesale hotel rooms and all that stuff. It's just kind of created this never-ending cycle of fun, freedom, and fulfillment.
Right.
So and it's kind of cool, because when we go to a different city, all these other companies, or not companies, but people that we meet at restaurants and stuff, or even the hotel or convention center staff, they're like, we see a lot of these things, but y'all are so much fun. Like, y'all are so, like, because we're a fun-based company. We're basically a vacationing social country club. And, most people, when they think of a country club, they think of stuck-up people, but we're the non-stuck-up. Go play golf in Mexico one week and go play golf in the Dominican Republic the next. And, so it's kind of cool at what we're doing.
Nice.
And then, the next regional event, as you know, is September the 12th. You can see it here on the screen. This is the Nashville one. And We're in 34 cities right now, Daryl. I don't know if you noticed that. But to me, there has to be at least 1,000 members in a city for enough people to take the company serious. So the average is around 1,000 people. Out of 1,000 people, around 300 will actually buy tickets to an event.
Right.
So usually the 70% are just in to have fun and travel, and they're not really going to build the business for the most part. So so if any of the cities that you see on our training schedule, then there's at least 1,000 people in that area. So there's some movement and some activities in that area. And now out of 30, there's 50 states or whatever. You can look at the other states that there's nothing going on. And you're like, well, I know people in that market. I can get them going and basically have them pioneer that market up.
Okay.
And they can become the leader. That's a good thing, but it's also kind of a bad thing. If you want to find somebody that's tough, that's a pioneer, that's got vision, that's got drive, that want to really take over and conquer that market, because usually the first one to that market are the ones that are going to reap all the rewards. So if anybody ever comes into your organization, they're probably going to wind up on your team at some point.
Right.
And we used to tell people, hey, it doesn't matter to us when you sign up, because eventually somebody, now that the domino has been tipped, somebody within the 6 degrees of separation is going to invite you in to see it again. You're going to see it over and over again. And I tell people, I just said it last week when I was down in Pensacola, your friend invited you here to see this information. They're excited about it. Y'all know a lot of the same people. Well, if you don't join them on this journey now, you're probably going to see me again.
Right.
Because somebody else is going to invite you over to their house for a cup of coffee, or, come to a restaurant, or, hey, look, meet me over here. I got something you got to see. Or, hey, I'm coming over and I'm going to be with them,
Right.
So if you don't want this to happen over and over again, then just lock arms and let's roll. And so the last thing is just be here a year from now. A lot of times, I know that you wrote on your sheet, 6 months, and that's a good thing to kind of start with. See, that's a good checkpoint place within 6 months.
Right.
But if you go to all of our different training events and you really invest your time and efforts in the company and what it can do for you, and just learn our way of doing, I think you can look back at a year and say, man, am I further along this year than I was previous years? And if the answer is yes, then you just have to ask yourself, well, that was fun. Shoot, I enjoyed it, had a lot of fun, made some money, met some people. I think I'll do it again for another year.
Right.
Then by year 3 or 4, you've been to basically our grand slam of all of our different training events. So you kind of know what to expect and what they look like, and they're all themed around different events, which our 10-year anniversary is going to be in Orlando this year in January. So they say that's going to be – they said if you're here on our 10-year anniversary, which I think we're going to buy out Disneyland. I don't really know the deal because we've got the money to do it, or Disney World.
Right.
They said you'll be around for our 20-year anniversary, our birthday.
Right.
Cool. So that's that in regards to just some of the quick fast start training stuff that I wanted to run by you. Let me see if this thing right here will play. I don't know what's on it. It might be a video of the view, but you've already seen that. Let's see if there's anything else I can pull up so you can see.
Okay.
Oh, I think I just had it the other day. Hang on, I got it on over here.
Okay.
Rob Campbell did a Super Saturday for us up in Memphis a while back, and I got some of this information from him.
Okay.
I don't really know what's all on it, but I'll find out here in just a second. I know it'll be some good stuff.
Cool.
Did you download that information about Network Marketing Pro?
No, I haven't. That talking about the information you sent yesterday?
Yeah.
No, I haven't downloaded it yet. That was the one from, let's see. From Eric War?
Yeah, Eric War.
Yeah, no, I hadn't had a chance to download it yet.
Okay. So you pretty much know how our whole company works. The entertainment, the money you get in, you pay in, you get back, and all that stuff, right?
Sort of, kind of. I know I'm familiar with the membership prices. I guess I've got to get used to attaching what the business cost is, getting in, and all that stuff. All I know is the goal is 360. So I'm pretty familiar with that, but anything else I'm not too familiar with yet.
Okay. All right, let me, I'm just going to run through this then.
Okay.
It'll help you.
But I know I've got to look at the video you sent about the signing up process y'all put together. I haven't had a chance to go through that yet.
Okay. All right, can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, cool. So this is just a different type of basically what I just went over, but it's kind of written a little differently, and it's got some other information in it that the other one didn't. So you want to avoid email blasting, and I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to everybody else that might be watching this eventually when I post it up somewhere.
Right.
You don't want to just, hey, check out my new vacation travel site, Vacations at Wholesale, and fire hose them with that stuff. That obviously that doesn't work.
Right.
Like John here, he's obviously, this is just an example. He wouldn't do this, but he's our national marketing director with our company. One of my friends, he's a leader. It says, if you want to get rich and live an amazing lifestyle, visit my website, click number 2 and call me. Of course it's crickets. No one ever does that. You don't want to be a beggar. Show somebody the information, which you and I touched on it the other night. Your friends of those people have already seen it. Touch base with them, but you don't want to seem desperate. We got the cookie, we got the deal, and eventually they're going to come back to us and say, hey man, I'm ready to do this thing.
Right.
So again, avoid the fire hose, telling them everything. I usually don't use business cards. Some people do. You can get those, and I would put Rovia on it. I wouldn't put WorldVentures, and people will Google stuff. Rovia is just a travel booking site, and I usually hand that to them after I've already showed them a presentation.
Right.
But if you're out prospecting cold market or whatever. And like when I was down in Pensacola, I got a bunch of numbers. I always try to get other people's numbers, and so I can talk with them. But they always ask, do you have a card? And so it's really up to you if you want to use it. I usually don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, create a big list. The bigger the list, the greater leverage you're going to have, and that goes to that fear of loss that we were talking about.
Right.
People look at that list. Literally, I'm about to go over some objections with you on I don't have the money, I don't have the time, and all that stuff. And that's great information to know. But at the end of the day, people are going to buy this because they're one, they like it and they see it and they get it right away.
Right.
Some people that want to do it, but they're scared. They don't think they can. And
right.
Literally with that list of people that you have and that timing and placement sheet can push them over to the edge to join in with you. And then they'll be glad they did because they've locked their spot. And then me and you and everybody else is going to be building underneath them. So if you show them how it works, and I tell this to all new people, I said, if you're new and you don't know how to overcome objections and really help answer people's questions when they tell you they don't have the time or the money, and you're like, okay, and you just let them blow you over. Like, who's being sold? Are you buying their excuse, or are they gonna buy what you're telling them why they can't do it and all that stuff? So if you tell them, hey, look, hey, thanks for sharing with me. I know you don't have the money. I completely understand. I get it. I didn't have the money either. But here, check this out. Let me show you how this works. I have a left team and a right team. I'm going to offer you the best next position on my left team. And what that means to you is I'm getting ready to go show these 20 other people right here. Would you agree that some of them are going to join? They're going to be like, yeah. Well, cool. Well, I'm going to go show this person, this guy, Toby Lemley. I mean, he owns a bar in Nashville, knows everybody. 360 is not a lot of money to him. He's probably going to do it just because, he loves to travel and have fun. And he owes me a favor anyway. And then this guy right here, he's actually a coach of a high school football team. His name is Billy. Billy knows everybody. If Billy gets this, he's going to kill this thing. And literally, if you get in before Billy puts in 1,000 people, you have 1,000 people that you can make money off for the rest of your life. So can you see why I'm so excited about this and why it's so important to lock your spot, Daryl?
Right.
They're going to be like, yeah, shoot, here's my card. You basically just told them why they're doing it. So it's going to be beneficial for them to lock their spot. People are not worried about what they're going to gain. They're worried about what they're going to lose and what they're going to miss out on.
Right.
You can print out your Facebook list as well. I've done it before. There's some kind of software. I guess you can actually, not a software, but you can Google how to download your Facebook list. Some of them will have face numbers, but a lot of them just have the names. And you can literally check off if you've inboxed them, kind of keep track of it that way.
Okay.
Here's just an invite, people that 45 minutes max. Be in a hurry. Hey, look, I'm about to pop into a meeting. Hey, look here, I've only got a second. I'm stepping into work. You want to create curiosity. The less you say, the more appointments that you'll get. Again, don't tell them anything till you can tell them everything. And just know everything that you do when you're inviting them, they're sitting down watching the information. If you bring them to a travel party, you're also training them.
Okay.
So the simpler you can make it and the more comfortable they feel, they're probably going to buy. Okay. And here's the 4-step invite, which we talked, be in a hurry. Hey, I'm bumping into a meeting. What do you got going on tonight at 7? What are you doing tomorrow at 7? What are you doing tomorrow for lunch? Hey, cool, man. I got an idea I want to run by you. I got something you've got to see. When can we get together? And just kind of clear the date, confirm with them. What is it? Well, that's why I want to meet with you. Too much to text, depending on if you're calling them or you're texting them.
Right.
So, and of course, if you want to take screenshots of any of this stuff, and I'll give you a copy of all of this when I come down there. But, when you're inviting somebody, hey, your name just came up. I was talking to a buddy, your name came up. And that's really where your name came up, kind of how me and you did those calls the other night on the front end.
Right.
Hey, your name just came up with a buddy of mine that I'm partnered up with on something, and you got to hear what we're up to, and then that's where you connect me to them. The cooler, the easier, the more smooth transition you can make it on that part.
Right.
and be normal and not weird, the easier this whole thing is going to flow. Man, your name, me and Toby, we're working on a new project, man. You got to see what it's about. Oh, cool. And then we can set up a time to show them the information.
Okay.
Again, that's the tech stuff, the invite, the art of presenting, 2-on-1, which is when me and you go sit down with somebody. And then a 1-on-1 is when you do a three-way call, kind of like we did the other night.
Right.
A travel party, or you can have a launch event. So it's going to be, you know, hey, I'm launching a new business. Whatever you want to say, I got a big announcement. And here's what's cool about the big announcement invite is people that you know and you care about, and it's not going to be 100 people. It's literally your top 10 to 20 people that, hey, look, I got a big announcement. Come over to my house. Or, hey, I got a big announcement that I'm going to let everybody know. It's going to be this Friday at 7 o'clock at, you know, the Mexican restaurant, wherever that is. What is it? That's why I'm inviting you. It's a big announcement. It's almost like they'd even be stupid to ask you what it is. You know, you're inviting them to it. So that's always a good one. And of course, you can do over the phone, internet, Skype, kind of like we're doing right now with the webinar. Okay. You can push play on a DVD. You can do a live presentation. You can do you know, send them a link, and of course you can go to your .biz. So this is what it's going to look like. You know, when you sit down with them for coffee, you want to tell them your story, and I'll kind of go into a little bit about that. Show the video, and then get me on the phone for a three-way call. Okay. Literally, you can do 4 or 5 people, you know, this week. Grab coffee, do your 3-step setup, which is your why. I'm all in, which we'll talk about. Show the video, and then say, man, what'd you like most, the travel, the money, or giving back? They're going to say, hey, cool, man, me too. And then go ahead and have the phone on standby for me to talk to them. And don't ask them, hey, I'm going to call Toby. You know, just call him and say, man, look, I'm going to get this guy on the phone. Toby, you know, pretty busy. He might not even answer, but at least I want to give him a call. And so I'll answer, and I'll talk to him and just share my story.
Okay.
So this right here is probably the most important thing that I think, and maybe me and you've talked about this already, but I want to just kind of dive into it a little bit more. So, you know, when you're sitting down with somebody you work with, or maybe it might even be a family member or somebody you've just been friends with for a long time, and you know, you got to meet with me. I got something big I'm going on in my life, and can't wait to share it with you. If they ask what it is, cool, I'll see you and we'll talk about it. So, you know, kind of do a small talk catch up if you want to, but you know, eventually this is what you want to say, Daryl, is, you know, tell them why you're doing it. You basically want to say 2 good things about your life.
Right.
Okay. And, you know, and then you want to say, but what you don't know is I've been hurt. I've been looking for something. I've been praying for it. You know, and I'm really excited about what I found. Because, you know, I want more from my wife. I want to bring her home. You know, I've been wanting to take her to Hawaii, and doing what I've been doing for the last X amount of years is not going to be able to do that. And I've realized, and I've been looking, I've been praying, and I found it. It's big. I'm all in. I don't know how this is going to strike you. You may love it, or you might not get it right away. Either way is fine, because that kind of gives them an out, because not everybody gets it right away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so they'll come back around and say, man, you know, I got it. I get it now.
Right.
You want to tell them, look, I'm putting this in front of thousands of people, and I'm just looking for, you know, for people that see what I see. But I wanted you to be one of the first. Is that cool, Daryl? And what's going to happen, bro? What's going to happen is you're going to be like, man, tell me what it is. Show me, you know? So where before your sales guard and your wall was up, now you've just taken it down. So
right.
they're excited that they're going to be there for you and support of what you're doing, but they're also going to be looking at it with clear vision and eyes, and they're not going to be there with their arms crossed and their legs crossed and their eyes crossed. Okay.
Okay. All right.
And basically what WorldVentures, our products do is they build your stories, you know, because you don't have a story right now, so you'll have to use my story or other people's stories until you have your own.
Right.
Of course, you want to know your sites. So when somebody asks you something, you can drive it to them. This is just some of the marketplace stuff. This is what your entertainment site looks like. Literally, you can type in, you know, you buy tickets to different games, sporting events, movie tickets, Fandango, all that stuff. You've got Groupon on here.
Yeah.
You got a mall that you can buy stuff from Best Buy and have it shipped to you, do an in-store pickup. So kind of fool around with that as well. It's just pretty cool.
Do we get any, is any of this at discounts that we buy, or is it the incentive is we get points toward our trip?
Basically, yeah. I mean, obviously, the retailers understand that people are skipping through commercials and stuff, so they're spending thousands of dollars driving people to their traffic. So,
right.
You know, some places, if you go and buy it in the store, might be one price. If you buy it online, it's another price. But the big advantage is how much money you're going to get back for buying it through your portal versus just going to Best Buy's portal or going to Best Buy. You're not, you know, for sure you're not going to get anything when you go there, you know.
Right.
And most especially with Christmas and the holidays and stuff coming up. I mean, if there's stuff that you're buying at Walmart every month anyway,
right.
You know, it could be dog food, it could be diapers, whatever it is for general use of your household, buy it through the portal, you know, Walmart.com or Target.com, and then if it's over $50, they'll ship it to you for free.
Okay.
So why not get money to travel on for next year for doing something you're already going to do anyway?
Right.
Okay. And this is our Rovia price badge. Do you know how that works?
Is this the one where if you book a trip and you find it cheaper, the company will send you on that trip for free?
That's the Dream Price Promise.
Okay.
So they kind of look the same, but they have two different.
Okay.
The Dream Price Promise is you find a trip within 7 days, you go for free.
Right. Okay.
Rovia Price Pledge is when you book a flight or a hotel on your site, and you have 24 hours to see if there's another price that's better or worse or, you know, whatever, you know. If they've got less than you, then we'll give you 150% of the difference back in the form of travel for your future travel needs.
Okay.
So you just have to take a screenshot of it, and it basically gives you an option. You know, if it's a $3 difference, you know, yeah, you could call, take a screenshot, still buy it at the $3 higher price. They'll refund you that, plus they'll give you, you know, another 150% on top of that. So we'll give it all back 150%. Sometimes it can be a big difference, and sometimes not so much. And then say, for example, hey, say you only had $500 to spend on your flight, but you found a flight that was $300, and then you found one that was like $550. And you're like, well, man, that's a pretty big difference in price. Do I want to spend $550 on this flight where I could have just spent $300?
Right.
You basically have the choice. Yeah, I want the $300 price. So you either have the privilege to just book it at the $300, or you spend $550, and then never how many days later, or maybe 2 days later, they give you 150% of the difference of the $300 between the $300 and the $550.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Does this is this pledge just for members only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is. I think you can actually, if they become a customer, a preferred member, they have that availability to use it. But from my knowledge, I mean, that's one of the perks of being a member, you know, so you can actually make money off of this. And sometimes, you know, when I first started, I would see where I'd saved, you know, $20 or $30 on a hotel room per night over a weekend.
Right.
And that might not sound like a lot, but think about that over your lifetime of how many hotels and stuff people are using. That can be some big savings. So, and then of course our rate shrinker, that's where it takes it another step. So as soon as you book it, that rate shrinker is going to start looking for a lower price. And you have 24 hours with the Rovia price pledge. But with the rate shrinker, it actually searches, and then if it finds the same flight or hotel itinerary and it goes down, then they refund you the difference back to your credit card. I mean, sometimes this happens 2 or 3 times a day or before your trip.
Okay.
Changing all the time. So here's an example that people have posted on Facebook. I saved $113 from rate shrinker. So
nice.
we have around, I think it's actually a little bit more now, but 170,000 vacation rentals, timeshares, and stuff like that. And we have other condos and villas as well. So you just, like, here's an example. Orlando, $541 for the week. Before, but literally, I mean, if somebody don't mind sleeping on the floor, then, you know, you can put more in there. So, here's a Greek Island, $279 for the week. That's basically $10 a day. And you know, here's what your back office or your back, when you log into your dream trips, there's hundreds of stores to choose from, like buy one get one free, Domino's. Now these right here, Daryl, you can print these out and use them, and you know, it's all kinds of stuff all over. So, you know, go through that stuff, look for golf, movies, shopping, all that stuff is right there online. Here's some food that you probably eat at a lot, you know, buy one get one free at 2-piece meal at Popeye, save $5, whatever, you know. You know, it's changing your buying habits a little bit, but it's also if it's not on your My Deals on your phone, you can print these out and you know, or take a picture of it from here and then go in and say, have this coupon on my phone, you know. So this is obviously all the entertainment, the sports, and the movie tickets and all that stuff. Buy one get one free, oil changes, all that stuff's on here as well. There's Dango 10% off. Some of these, like Carmike Cinema, you might have to buy 5 or 6 tickets that are normally $12 a piece, but if you buy 8 of them, you get them for like $8, you know? So that's pretty cool. That's what the My Deals looks like. Some of these stuff is on here a little bit more than once. But there's the 24-hour concierge service. Literally, they can, you know, do a lot of research for you. That saves you a lot of time. Say you're looking for a 1975 Ford Bronco and you want to spend about $5,000 on it, and you're looking for something within 500-mile radius. Literally, they'll do, you know, eBay, they'll do, you know, truck and car rider magazines, all that stuff, sites for you, and then they'll send you a list of everything that you ask for. So literally, you can just have them do your work, you know. It's kind of crazy, right?
Was you just using that for an example, or they actually do that?
Oh, they'll do that.
They will look for a car?
Yeah. You tell them, hey, look, I'm looking for a Sea-Doo or a boat or a motorcycle. You know, can you look up and find me the best price? I don't want to spend no more than this. I mean, dude, they do it. It might take them a few hours to do it, but that's just an assignment that you've done. You can call them and ask them what's in a key lime pie. Can you email that to me?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. and they're not Googling it. They have a different,
Right.
system that they use. So it's kind of cool. And are you familiar with how the points work?
Sort of, kind of, but not really.
Okay. All right. Here, this first one, the South Africa that you sent your guy.
Right.
Here's another one. It's all right. You spent $200 to join WorldVentures just to be a member, right?
Right.
So if you look in your piggy bank under Dream Trips, you have $200 in there, right?
Right.
That $200 you can spend right away.
Okay.
Okay. The rest, it has to mature for a year, whether you have your full or not. That makes sense? All right. So that $50.
Say the last part again.
The $50 a month that you're spending,
Right.
whether you're spending it or not, you can't unlock that $600 to your anniversary date. So literally September 1st, 2016, Daryl, you're going to get $600 to spend on a dream trip.
Okay. I got you.
All right. Now, see the $269 on this price up here on the top left?
Yep.
All right. Say you and me and you together, we're going to go on this trip.
Okay.
You can look at it as, all right, I'm going to spend my $200 because I don't want to lose it, or, I've got $200 extra anyway. So you add $269 plus $269, and then you take the $200 off. So one person's either going to go at $69 and the other one still has to pay the $269.
Yep.
Add the $269 plus the $69, and y'all split that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's how the point system works. At the end of the year,
okay.
Like right now, I literally have $2,500 worth of points because every time you enroll somebody, you get $100. Okay. And every time you buy stuff, you get points, so it's kind of just crazy at how all these points work, for referring it.
When you refer someone, is that for the membership or whether they do the business or either or? As long as they get a membership.
If they get a membership, depending on what membership they get, is going to determine how many points. If they're a standard, they get 50. Okay. If they do a gold, they get 100, and if they buy a platinum membership, you get 200.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Gotcha.
So the 200 goes to the piggy bank, and then you spend the 200 to use off of a wholesale vacation. So it makes this thing like a vacation savings account, because a lot of people want to, pay for vacations, but it always seems like the refrigerator goes out, the car needs a new set of tires or something, and it just screws them over. So you can go in your back office here and look at the different the price comparisons as well on some of the stuff and see the savings and the duration of the trip and stuff.
Okay.
And as far as when you're sitting down with me, or if somebody's watching this and somebody that you're with is presenting, usually the only thing that the person needs to do when they're edifying the expert is, hey, this is Toby, sharp business owner, music venues in Nashville, helping a lot of people. I'm excited to partner up with him. And hey, Toby, this is my buddy Billy. We work together. He's a great family man, and he's loving life. But I wanted to share this idea with him. And then just be quiet. Whoever's actually invited somebody to see the information, just be quiet. And I'll say, Billy, hey, it's nice to meet you, man. Me and you are so blessed to be able to work with Daryl and hang out with him. And we're just excited about this project we're sharing with you. But before that, obviously you want to tell them why you're doing it, that 3-step setup that you and me had talked about a while ago.
Right.
This is just more of the third party edification role. And so once you say all that, you're quiet. I'm going to present the information to the individual, And then at the end of it, because here's what happens if you, hey, Toby, tell them about the hideaways, and hey, Toby, tell them about the price pledge. And I'm like,
right.
give me a chance to tell them all that stuff. Don't interrupt me, because then that de-edifies me like you're the expert and I'm not.
Right.
And so when I sit down with them, they need to be able to look up to me for guidance, and I know what I'm talking about. And literally there was one person on my team that, you know, she was like, well, I want to tell him about that. I was like, no, I'll tell him. And I was like, if you tell him, then I'm gonna let you handle the whole thing, you know?
Right, exactly.
Obviously, you don't need me here if you know it all.
Exactly.
So, so you don't want to interrupt the speaker. So,
right.
And I always assume that people are joining, you know? When I sit down with them, it's like, this is the biggest no-brainer ever. You know, have your tools, have your application ready for them to sign up. I mean, people want we're always told what to do ever since as a kid is, you know, the bell rings, you go to recess. The bell rings, you get to go to lunch, you know, go to this class. And then you get out of high school or school, you're like, well, go stand in the doctor's office, go down this hall, get in that door, take your shirt off, put this on, fill out this paperwork. So we're always told what to do, right?
Right.
And so this is no different, you know. As if you want to do this with me, slide them the paper, just put your first name, put your social right there. And it's amazing that people will just, okay, you know, they'll just start right. So it's pretty cool. So here's a kind of a closing technique. You know, that was awesome, right? So I raised my hand up at the same time because nobody wants to leave you hanging on a high five, right?
Right.
That's awesome, right? You want to do this with me? Me and you, hey, you ready to get started? Very few, if they touch your hand, then they're pretty much in, right? They can't take back a high five. And so, hey, did you like to travel, the money, or giving back? And whatever they say is the right answer, right? Great, me too. So do you want to make a little bit or a lot of money? You know, if somebody says, oh man, the travel's fun, you can say, man, me too. Do you see yourself making a little bit more money than you made last year? So does the business sound like something you want to do? Hey, you do want to get your 4, right? Get some fees waived? And they're going to be like, yeah, well, cool, man. If you do that for another $100, don't miss the money. Don't leave money on the table. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because you're already going to do what you're going to do anyway.
Right.
For an extra $100, you share it with 3 people, you got that money back anyway. One more and all your fees are waived.
Right.
And, something else that you can do is, you know, find out from them what they want. You know, hey, what do you want to get out of this? And or what are some of your goals and dreams in life? And they'll tell you, okay, it's your current job. How long will that take you to achieve? They usually say never. So this way that you can, you know, help them, put them on the path to getting what they told you they wanted, you know?
Okay.
I mean, there's I guess some few questions that you could ask yourself for people, you know. Do you think a few people would want to know how they could go on a very inexpensive cruise? You know, we used to do $69 cruises plus port fees and taxes. Now they're just $189 out the door. That includes your port fees and taxes.
Right.
You could ask them, hey, do you think you might know a few people that are a little dissatisfied with their current financial situation? Yes. Could you do what your friend did today? How hard are they working? So if I'm sitting down with you, you know, hey, can you do what Daryl did? And they're like, absolutely. And they're thinking to themselves, yeah, I can do what he did. He didn't really do that. He just sat there and ate while I did all the work, right?
Right.
And so you say, great, welcome to the team. So remember this is what people are thinking when they're seeing the information. Does it work? Can I do it? And will you help me? Because they want to know if you're serious, and, you know, does it sound like something they want to do? So ask the right questions to the right people, get the right answer. So here's some objections that people have. Time, money, or spouse. Those are usually the only 3, right?
Right.
And so we can show them how to get their time back. We can show them how to make more money. And if they got to run it by their spouse, then you could obviously, I'll talk about that. But time. Well, that's exactly why I thought of you, Billy. You don't have the time now. When will you have the time? Let's find some people who have more time than me and you, and let's work together to leverage their time and their contacts, and then we'll build a big team, right?
Right.
Cool. So that's a pretty easy one. And somebody says they don't have time, that usually they really do. Say, you know,
Right.
hey, how much time could you commit to this, you know, without watching TV, you know, and tell them, hey, you know, TV is an electronic income reducer. You probably heard that before, right? And they'll laugh, you know. Say, you know, if you went on Facebook 4 or 5 hours a week, you know, literally, you know, could you make some time to do something like this? And they'll say, yeah. Well, if you had some time, how much could you do? And you have to be like, man, I give you 10 hours a week. Man, 10 hours, that's obviously that's actually a lot of time. That's actually too much time for this, man. We only need about, you know, 5 to 6 hours maybe. Can you do that?
Right.
Absolutely. So they'll tell you they have the time. And if
Right.
they don't have the money, well, that's exactly why I thought of you. If you don't have the money now, when will you have the money? Probably never. Well, let's get you started, put a game plan together, and get your 6, and in a few weeks you earn your money back and eliminate your fees. Let's put some money in your pocket. Let's get you a check. People want to hear those words. Let me get you a check. Hey, let's get this game going and get you a check. All right, cool. You know, and again, if they don't have the money, you could ask them this. Well, man, that stinks, man. You know, how does that make you feel?
Right.
And people will tell you, man, it doesn't feel real well. Well, let's make sure this feeling doesn't happen again. Let's get you going. You want to do this with me? You know, do you have access to $360 or $510? And they'll usually tell you, yeah, you know. And then spouse, let's say your spouse is good with what they just saw. Are you ready to get started? Austin, can we go show your wife right now, your husband right now? They're like, yeah. I mean, I got to talk to my spouse. Well, cool, man. Well, who makes the decisions at your house? Do you make the decisions, or do you for the house, or do you run around the house? Instead, we'll start laughing, you know. Again, just have fun with it. You know, think of corny ways to make it fun for them. You know, hey, did your wife call you for, you know, what she bought at Macy's or whatever when she was shopping? No.
Right.
You know, your wife can't get mad at you for wanting to take her on a vacation, right? You'd actually be happy that you thought enough of her that, hey, look, we need to spend more time together. So let's go ahead and get you started. And if she doesn't like it, you got 14 days to quit. Is that cool, bro? Boom.
Right.
Get them in. Google. People, you know, you can say this during your presentation. People want to Google something. And literally, if they Google something, and then Google's like the bathroom wall, right?
Yeah.
They can literally, you know, there's good things and bad things on Google, and just let them know that on the front. Google is not research; it's a search engine.
Right.
I think Rob put this site together. I don't know if it's still active or not, but you can look on it and see. It's highlyplayandgetpaid.com. So here, this is funny. Daryl says, I did some research too. You can have them say, you know, what is the name of the company you work for? And they'll tell you. Well, let me do a little research on that. You go to ripoffreport.com. Man, you can't work for your company because they got a bad review. You know, you go to Ripoff Report and say, all right, Kohl's, you ever shop at Kohl's? They're going to be like, yep. Well, dang, man, they got 35 reports. You can't do business with them. Oh, Macy's. Macy's has got, you know, approximately 51 reports found. So you can't shop at Macy's anymore. Dillard's, oh, they got 52 derogatories and lawsuits. You can't do business. You can't go to Dillard's and buy anything. Sam's Club. And you got it's a scam.
Wow.
Sam's Club, right? Costco, 128 reviews found on Costco. And you got to give up your Costco membership. SunTrust, is that where you bank, or do you know somebody there? Man, you better tell them there's 181 fraudulent reports on SunTrust. Mm-hmm. Walgreens, you ever go there? They're like, yeah. Man,
206.
Publix. Keller Williams, you know, big real estate giant. I mean, they're a network marketing company. I guess you can't do anything with them. Kroger. Look at that, 665. You better stop shopping at Kroger. Remax 743. Holy smokes! You know, Rob put this one in there, obviously.
Right.
Sprint, oh God, 1,800 people basically not happy with Sprint. Sears 2010. Wells Fargo, Verizon 2,800. Bank of America, I know you probably got a Bank of America account. Look at that, 3,770 reports. AT&T, 7,000. The IRS, look at that.
Can you imagine that?
9,800. I think that's the last one. Oh, Walmart's the last one. WorldVentures, oh man, we've got 4. We've actually done the research for you. And this is obviously training, but you know,
right.
If they start saying, well, I got to do my research, you know, so literally you're just planting seeds, you know, tell a story,
right.
How someone tell their story and of how training's helped them. The people who go to training earn 25 times more money than the people who don't. So man, that's it, brother. I'm pretty excited about, you know, sharing all that information with you and kind of getting it all recorded and stuff. I'm going to stop the recording, I guess, unless you've got some information that questions that you have for me or some notes that you took.
No. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. The main thing is I've got to get started on my phone dump.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, since you're off today, man, just try to, I mean, me personally, I'm gonna inbox some people and, you know, I might even do some presentations on, just try to go after some cold market too on Periscope and just do some live presentations on that. Literally, I was at the beach the other day and typed in, do a live broadcast and showing the water and had some of my teammates pull out the "You Should Be Here" sign, and so I might try that today and just do 5 or 6 of them in a row, saying, "Hey, I'm going to do a small talk about how to get paid to vacation at 11 o'clock," and see how many people pop on. And you know, I mean, they're online anyway, looking for something to do. Why not add some value to them and see how it works? You know.
Yeah, well, shoot me some times that you'll be online, and then I'm gonna see if I can get some people on.
All right. Well, if I'm pretty much free, I don't have anything going. So if you want to do some live presentations, and I'll do it kind of like I just did for you, you know, because like I said, a lot of people are still learning this technology, and it's kind of cool when you can actually introduce somebody to something new and improved and cutting edge. Where they can see me and I can see them. It actually brings it together a little bit more than just a phone conversation.
Right.
And they can actually see my passion for what I'm talking about. And so, hey, look, when can you get 30 minutes? And I'll try to find something and we'll cut down a little bit of the time on it. But I literally want to put together like a 15 to 17-minute presentation that just talks about the key points of what we do. And just give them enough information to make a decision.
Right. Okay.
So, you know, if you got somebody that wants to see it, just let me know, and then I'll schedule time to make it happen for you. I want to see you win, brother. We're gonna do this. This is just basically week 1 of our journey together, and you know, next week when I come down and you're trained and I'm trained, I'm all fired up. I'm gonna come down there and we're just gonna smash some lots down in the Mississippi area.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out there and stick bushes and try to get some people out in front of you coming down next week.
Hang tight.
Okay.